Speaking of memory lane,
yeah.
Tell me about, where were you singing in New York, singing Barbra Streisand covers?
I was just singing at all these little, bars, little bars that you wore black clothes, and just ridiculous. Yeah, and then I sang at Catch a Rising Star, and that's where
Which is how it all started. Now, what made an opera singer or student decide to segue into the pop world?
Because even when I was studying, I was still 17 and I was still listening to rock and roll. Just that every time I sang it, it sounded ridiculous. So I just never thought I would ever be able to find a way to do it. And then when I came to New York, and I'd always been singing cover songs, the shows, I did musical that kind of thing, musicals and things. I mean,
what were you? Tell me. Liesl and the Sound of Music.
I was everything, but I was the only one who could sing in my school, so I did everything. But
like, what were you a senior in high school? What play did you do?
Oh, come on!
Come on, Carousel, South Pacific.
No.
You really won't tell me.
I'm not telling you.
I was Anna and the King and I. Getting to know you, getting to know.
I don't know. No, I'm not telling you. But anyway,
she's a tough nut to crack, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
But so then I started meeting musicians who wrote original songs, and that's when I started to find the other voice, because I wasn't copying other people.
What was the first song you ever wrote?
That I ever wrote? My Clone Sleeps Alone.
That was the first song?
Yes. Yeah.
How funny, and you were telling us earlier that we're looking at that it's like your kindergarten report card or something.
Because it's just, you look at it, it's a very infantile kind of, but it was great. I mean, the lyrics are hilarious, and they're just, I mean, I knew what I was doing at the time. I remember what was in my mind, but when you look at it, it looks very simplistic.
My clone sleeps alone.
Yeah.
Sounds like the story of my life. No. This is Daryl Hall and John.
If you knew what she was really like backstage, you'd really be happy.
What, that I'm not like that here? Thanks, Patricia.
That's not what I meant.
Pat, Andrew, and Hayahuski, and this is Daryl Hall and John Oates. That's a lot easier in private eyes. Week long, your last segment. Pat, I want to tell you something. This song is my all-time favorite. I love this song, We Belong. I love it. And I'm going to go out today, unless I could scam one off of Chrysalis, and get one of the greatest hits albums, which is called Best Shots. Now, why on earth did you say earlier you were a burn victim?
No, because when I brought the cover and Myron saw the cover, he said, "So what is this?" Myron is like, the supreme critic of everything that we do. So, what is this?
Nice to know we have your support, Myron. So this is the greatest hits album, and what about your next recordings, I should ask you? When are you going back in the studio?
Yeah, we're going in after the holidays in January, and I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to see what we come up with.
Did I mention really quickly, I'm sure your manager told you that you're going to do an acoustic set taking us into this. Can we bring out the guitar, please? And she's going to do We Belong. It's going to be great. You can just start, and I'll bring the guitar. Start.
You're going to sing, though, right? I'll play.
See, now you don't know me. I will sing. This is the way to embarrass Pat Benatar. Oh, Pat, just do this. Will you do this voiceover?
No.
She won't.
I won't do it. I won't.
Pat, I won't do anything, but Pat,
I can't be intimidated on or off the air.
That's the difference between you and me. I can be intimidated anytime. Pat, thank you so much for being with us all week long. And this is taking us out, my favorite Pat Benatar song. Do you want to talk anything about the videos we go out? I think Marty Kalner and Nikki Shapiro directed this.
Yeah, we did this, and it was when they did all those matte paintings and things. It was great. We were really staying on water this big, and all the little kids came down to sing. It was, and
where did you get that chorus of little kids? There's some sort of story behind that.
That's a choral group from one of the local elementary schools in Glendale. And they came down and sang, and they were great. We had to speed up the tape so they could hit the notes.
Oh my God!
Because their voices were so high and hadn't changed it. But
from Glendale, and they were like we're singing like Benatar. And here they all are from Glendale, California, and from Brooklyn, New York. Pat Benatar. This is We Belong. Hall & Oates. We've got a Pat video later on. We're going to start off with well, not fellow Ohio for you, but fellow for Neil Ohio band Devo. How did you start off, I should ask you, singing?
From the...
very beginning.
When?
Well, let's say this. Okay. I mean, like this.
Well, sometimes I want to have this, I came to New York, and was gone. You know, I got married when I was 19, like a fool. And,
but that's where you got the name Benatar, right?
yeah, that was a good thing from it, yeah.
Because what's your, let me see if I can say it.
You can.
Andrzejewski?
No, not close. No.
It's Andrzejewski? What is it?
Andrzejewski. It was great on the Iowa tests. Remember those? On the Iowa tests in school?
Uh-uh.
You had to fill in your name in those little blocks. I used to cry because my first name was
wouldn't fit.
Patricia, and then 13 letters at the end. It was.
Where is Mr. Benatar? Is he like working at a gas station or somewhere? Something saying, I swear, that's my name, that's my name.
Let's not start this again. You know? I have no idea what this person is.
Oh, wow, that's so weird, but I'm sure he knows that, you know.
I don't know. I'm sure he's happy somewhere with a life. And that's
well, let's certainly hope so. But anyway, back to when we were about here.
Yeah. So anyway, so I moved. He had gotten drafted, so we had to go in the Army, which is, I know, unbelievable. But we did that for a while, and I was in college down there, and then I moved
Virginia?
In South Carolina and Virginia. Oh. And I moved back to New York in '75, and I started doing like clubs, but I was still doing cabaret music. And
there's something's missing here.
What?
I was looking for when you started singing opera.
Oh, that was before I was in high school.
What made you start to sing opera?
Because it was genetically correct. My mother was an opera singer, so my natural voice is like, it sounds like, you know, Julie Andrews or something.
We're gonna play this video, and we're gonna come back with a champagne glass.
Right, I'll be here.
And let's see. I wanted to see if you could shatter it. Because don't opera singers have really high voices?
No.
And did I just insult you when
No.
I'm not saying. This is Devo and Whip It.